Hello there, Peter. No, it's not Peter, is it? It's Dav. Thank you very much for sending in your work. Fantastic to see students taking action and writing essays. So that's super. Dear Sir, Madam, hope everything is going well. Good. Nice warm start, and it's the correct register as well. Please let me introduce myself. My name is Peter. I'm writing to you since you have politely agreed to be hosts during my stay in the UK as part of the English and Homestay programme. Okay, yes, of course. Thank you for your kindness. I hope. I would put I here to be on the safe side. Sometimes, in some cases, you can drop the personal pronoun when you've already kind of mentioned it earlier in the sentence, but it's not really clear here. So that's why I would have put it in there. I hope you would not mind me asking several questions. Hope you would not mind. Yeah, I hope you do not mind me, because you are doing it. You know, it's not like something that you will be doing in the future. So I hope you do not mind me asking several questions up front of my arrival. I wouldn't have put that as it's unnecessary. So upon my arrival is the right term there. Upon my arrival on the 3rd of March next year. Okay, so are you asking the questions when you arrive? Because that's what it sounds like when you put these two together. So I would have said, thank you for your kindness. I hope you do not mind me asking a few questions. It just sounds more natural that way. Full stop. Upon my so I think if we use upon my arrival on the 3rd of March next year, I will be, I don't know, arriving at 3 o'clock, or I would like to see you at the airport upon my arrival, when I arrive. But I don't really think that's what you wanted to say, so it's getting a little bit confusing. So let's just see. We'll fly in, obviously, yeah, via KLM. Okay, so I would just rephrase this. So full stop here, and then I arrive on the 3rd of March next year, comma, flight KLM 845 to Heathrow Airport, comma, arriving at precisely 3 p.m, full stop. And just another tip, I would put all the time data together, you know, so we've got this time, splitting it makes it a little bit confusing. It increases reader strain, so I would move that over to here. I'm curious if you can advise me of essential things I should take with me. I know that power adapters and maybe some cash would be a necessity. Okay. Okay, can you suggest anything else? Perfect. I was waiting for this bit. Could you please clarify what type of weather I might expect during my stay in the UK, considering it will be 8 weeks to the first half of May. Super. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Best regards, Peter. Just a little space there. Excellent. So good work there. We've asked the questions, we've given some data, and we've got the correct register. It's not overly formal, and it's not overly informal as well. So well done there. Just a little bit of syntax issues here. Where is it? Yeah. Could be tidied up, but everything else seems fine. So well done there. Okay, in the world of globalization and tight interconnections, the importance of international marketing is seen by many as a debatable point. Beautiful, indeed. I think debatable as well is a C2 word, so well done there. C2 equates to like band 8, band 9, so good points there. Indeed, some consider it as a destructive method, others as a way to disseminate ideas. So just check your spelling there. In my opinion, as any other complex matter, it's a combination of both. Thereby, it has to be used carefully to balance the effects. Okay, not a bad sentence there, but it isn't uniquely or originally related to this essay. Okay, so I can put this into a sentence, I could put this into an essay about global warming, and we don't really want that. It's like an empty sentence. And the examiners can spot these because some mischievous students learn a lot of them and then sprinkle them throughout their essay, and it's not going to get you points. So what you need to do is make it relevant to the essay. So in my opinion, as any other complex matter, global marketing, for example, is a combination of both. Therefore, it has to be used carefully so as to balance the effects for the countries involved. Yeah, just a little modification like that, and we're on to a winner. Firstly, those who argue against it focus on the fact that it discriminates the local differences and cultural values of what? We need to finish that. Of the receiving country. Okay? Thus wiping out, not wiping off, wiping out diversity and variety of the regional communities for the generations to come. Excellent. Good. I would split it up though into 2 sentences just to break up the flow of information or the rate of information, and also just work on your prepositions. That's the second time we've had an issue with the prepositions, as here as well, with the arrival up front. So prepositions definitely need to be worked on. Differences and cultural values of this. Okay. While this is so, also I would introduce hedging and say something like, thus possibly wiping out, because sometimes it doesn't always wipe out diversity, but your sentence saying it always does. That's what's implied. So we need to hedge it, and we say, thus possibly wiping out diversity. Okay. Also, wiping out is a very strong way of just saying, basically clearing out every single track, every single semblance of diversity, which is not really the case. Okay. While this is generally true, and the whole idea of international marketing is the formalization and simplification of efforts, I don't really know what that means, and I don't know if I would agree with it. It is worth mentioning, it's worth mentioning that it facilitates introduction and integration of these societies into the wider community. So again, prepositions. Now, we've just said like 2 very important points, and we need to develop those points, staff. For example, here we need to put in something like, for example, when Coca-Cola arrived in Mumbai, the locals soon stopped drinking the local drink of mango lassi and all switched to Coca-Cola, for example. Okay, and then likewise, here we've made a point, let's back it up with evidence. For example, when Samsung started selling and marketing in Vietnam, the locals soon switched from the national producer of mobile phones and moved to the Korean manufacturer Samsung. Okay, something like that. I don't know. Furthermore, if we look back in history, this is exactly how humanity has been progressing to become more efficient. That's a very big statement as well, and I would avoid making statements like that because you don't really have now any time left or any space left to back up that sentence with examples that prove your point. And you need a lot of examples there because you're talking about humanity. Okay, so we've got great grammar and some great vocabulary. We need to learn the exam skills, and these, fortunately, are the easiest to learn. All right. We can tidy up the prepositions and some of the grammar mistakes by getting more feedback, and we can work on perfecting the exam skills as we work through the online course. So on the other hand, it would be a mistake to blindly follow marketing templates without any contextual tweaking. Okay, beautiful sentence again. Not only due to economic reasons for maximizing revenue, but also for preservation of uniqueness of the country's identity. Good. For example, when McDonald's launched in India, they launched vegan alternatives to their pork selection. Something like that. Yeah? So again, develop these ideas. In the online course, we've got a template that makes it so easy for you just to develop your ideas. And you're the type of student that would just completely accelerate with this type of course. You'll get the tutorials, then you send in your essays, we look at them, we give you feedback, and then we send it back to you. You implement the feedback, and then you progress through the course. So it's really quite straightforward, and you definitely benefit. After all, the diversity of identities and ideas played a significant role in human history, on a par with unification. So again, a massive, sweeping, complex sentence, this communicating something quite heavy, something quite intelligent and dense and strong, and we don't have the time, the space, or the energy to develop this in an IELTS essay. So this is why it's often better to go for simple ideas that can be easily communicated and easily backed up to make your essay easily coherent. And that's exactly what we do on the online course. In conclusion, to reiterate on the main point again, the key is to find a balance between generalization of international marketing and the contextual and culture friendly methods. Okay, so we say culturally friendly methods, or culture, and just put them together, culture friendly methods for introducing products and ideas into new markets. Okay, beautiful. But there's not one single example there that relates to like the real world. You know, we need examples that back up your points. Altogether, though, it's a good essay, and I'd probably put this at a 6.5. And I think, yeah, you're the type of student who would definitely benefit from getting more feedback, improving your work, and working on your exam skills, your writing skills specifically, to improve. So if you join us, I think in the next 48 hours, you get $50 discount, and we could give you 2 extra essays for free. So keep an eye on your inbox, and you'll see those special offers. Okay, Dav, all the best, and Happy New Year.